Hi everyone, welcome back to Sheri Proof. Thank you so much for joining me on this Sunday evening. It's the last Sunday of 2020, guys. We made it. We made it to the end of 2020. Thank God. But I know that it is also in the middle of the holiday season, so a lot of you may be doing things with your family and friends, hopefully very safely. So this might not be on your list of priorities. So whenever you get to see this, I hope that you will enjoy this video. If you're new, welcome to Sheri Approved. And if you've been one of my OGs, thank you so much for coming back again. And today is going to be part 3 of my most used skincare for 2020. So if you have not seen parts 1 and parts 2, definitely check it out. I have covered several categories already, and I'm really hoping that I'm going to be able to complete this today. Now, guys, I may have to pause a couple of times because you all know I speak very fast, but I have been fighting a little bit of bronchitis and so on. So I am literally fighting the urge to cough right now. And I'm really hoping that I could make it to the end of this video without having to do that. So wish me luck, right? And let's see how fast we can do this, says Sheri, who makes the longest videos ever for YouTube. Okay. So the next category in terms of most used is my most used hydrating serum. And this one, y'all wouldn't believe, I think was one of the most difficult choices that I had to make. And I'll tell you why. It's because you all know that I love layering. My products love layering, my serums and so on when it comes to my skincare routines. So I'm always layering, especially with my actives or surrounding my actives. That being said, I looked at my rotator, which I'm looking at right now, and I'm like, I have a lot of hydrating serums. I love to reach for different things. So it was difficult to say which one was my most used. In general, I tend to go for things that have niacinamide in it. Whether it's a plain niacinamide serum or it is a serum that contains niacinamide. And you all would not believe how many serums contain niacinamide. So you're going to be getting that at some point in time in your skincare routine. But I really had to get down to brass tacks. And then I realized this was the one. I don't know, but I mean, there are others that I really love and enjoy, but this was the most used, and it's this. This is the Time Stop Collagen Ampoule, and this is by the Plant Base. I spoke about this before. I can't remember, it was my 2019 skincare discoveries. I think it was. I can't recall. Don't quote me on that. But this is by the Plant Base, and generally I don't go as well for serums that have the name collagen in the title. That does not grab my attention. But the reason why collagen is there is because this is basically like 70-something% mushroom extract, and mushroom extract is one of those ingredients that help to encourage collagen production in the skin. Hence the reason. So besides that, mushroom extract is really good because it's anti-inflammatory. It's actually really good for people with acne, eczema, rosacea. Interestingly enough, one of the first uses in terms of skincare for mushroom extract was because it has skin brightening properties. But this particular serum, while it has so it's such a high percentage of mushroom extract because they say that it's to restore balance, deeply nourishing, revitalizing, and all that. The combination of ingredients. So there's a little bit of centella in here. There's some macadamia seed oil in here. There's also panthenol, which is something that's excellent for preventing moisture loss. And remember, we're talking about hydrating serum. There is also a little bit of retinol palmitate inside here. Very tiny amount, very low down in the ingredient, which is one of the least irritating retinols or retinoids kind of thing. So you're getting a little bit of that in here. In general, I find it to be a really nice all-round serum. And I love that by the time I layer this on top of everything, it feels so thick and luscious. Now, you can definitely use this alone. But I love it paired with my actives. It's been really working well. I love how nourishing it is on the skin as well. So yeah, that was my most hydrating serum. Now, I will just make a little quick mention here because a lot of people have asked me about it. The Baha hyaluronic plus panthenol, and hyaluronic acid and panthenol are two ingredients that really pair well together. And again, hyaluronic acid is one of those ingredients that we know it binds to 1,000 times its weight in water. It's really good if you want to hydrate the skin. You need to do it on damp skin, however. But panthenol, paired with panthenol, which helps to prevent more water loss or moisture loss, is a really good combination. And those two is like a powerhouse. So sometimes I would reach for that, but in general, I don't generally pull for hyaluronic acid serum simply because almost everything has some form of hyaluronic now. So for me personally, my skin, I don't necessarily need it, but that's just to let you know. The next in most use is retinol or retinoids. And I don't think I really need to answer this because everybody who's accustomed to watching my videos, you've heard me talk about this many times. I've done a video on this, and you all know that for sure my most used retinol for 2020 was the Baha Retinol 2.5 serum. This has 2.5% retinol. It has hyaluronic acid, has vitamin E, B3, which is niacinamide. This is in an aloe base. It has a lot of beautiful extracts and so on. For me personally, this serum is made or has everything that I want in a retinol for my skin. It works well, so good. I did stop a little bit to kind of try to test the Naturium retinol, and I just cannot, that one just cannot grow on me, and it's mainly because of texture, because that one has encapsulated retinol, but that's the next story. But yeah, I have a couple other retinols coming up to try for you guys, but no joke, you all know why I love retinol, why I recommend retinol at some point in time. Of course, it is important when you get into retinol that you do it gradually, very slowly. I'm still using OTC retinol. I don't see any reason yet for me to have to go to a dermatologist to get prescription retinol. I'll probably be using OTC retinol for as long as I can. Yeah, and this one works really good for me. I have definitely noticed the difference in my skin. I highly recommend it. You all know that. I have a whole video where I went into details about why retinol, why this one, yada. So the next category is what was my most used S.O.S product, and I actually don't have anything in particular to show you guys here because I will just mention to you that would be for me anything with centella asiatica. I think by now I probably, as we say in Trinidad, ring out all ears with centella asiatica. It is an ingredient that I absolutely love for its calming ability, its anti-inflammatory ability, its ability to help heal the skin faster, and working with vitamin C, it becomes an anti-aging booster. It's a lot of ingredients, a lot of good reasons for centella, but really and truly, the times when I felt like my skin was in trouble, and for me that would be like some kind of breakout or extreme redness, and that really occurred for me with mass acne when I just had to start wearing a mask, and I'm like, oh my god, don't tell me that these masks are going to completely mess up all the hard work I put in my skin. Sis, I was upset. So now I know, because I mean centella is something that's always been in my routine, but I really saw the ability of centella to be that S.O.S product for me. Yeah. Holy help me, I'm trying really hard to get through this video without coughing. The next in my most used is SPF, and that's the next thing. Like you all know, if you ain't using SPF, you have no skincare routine. No joke. Literally, SPF is the most important thing in any skincare routine, because you could be trying all kinds of stuff and not using SPF. You're not protecting your skin. You're just allowing your skin to just be beaten by UV rays that are going to age you faster, that's going to break down the collagen and elastin in your skin. I could go on and on, but that's not what we're here for. But my most used SPF without a doubt was this one, the Truecica Mineral Calming Sunscreen by Sun By Me. I absolutely love this. I can't even begin to count how many tubes of this I have gone through. I have used other SPFs during the year because I would stop at various points in time to test products. And generally with SPF, like even if they are leaving like a huge white cast on me, I will finish it, especially if I'm home. I really don't care. I'm protecting my skin. If somebody's looking at me and they don't like it, sorry, bye-bye. But the beautiful thing about this one is because I like mineral sunscreens and this really doesn't have much of a white cast. It really settles into the skin after a few minutes. I know people that are darker than me and they've been able to use it well without too much issues, and I really love this product. I have found, I think, 2 other SPFs that I really like. I'll be sharing that with you guys in the next year, but that's because they were products that I started to use later on in 2020, so we will get to that. The next thing is something that I have not really spoken about a lot. Whether it's in posts on Instagram or Facebook or even on YouTube. I realize I don't really talk much about these, but they do play a part in my skincare routine. I don't use them every single night, but I do use them. And that's the category of most used facial oil. And I know there are some people who use oils every night, and that's excellent, especially with dry skin. It's a really good way to help cap off that moisture. You know, make sure that your moisturizer does not escape. You want to create a really good occlusive barrier. That's really important. But I have 2 here to share with you. I've literally just been going between these 2. The first one is again by Breylee. You all know this is a brand that I've started to talk a lot about. And this is their Skin Firming Lifting Oil. Now, They say this is for face, eye, neck, cheeks, and chin lifting. I don't really know about that because I haven't really been using it for that. I really love, there are a couple of reasons why I love this oil. First of all, it is extremely lightweight. It feels almost kind of like an oil serum. Um, so it's more lightweight in texture than a lot of the other oils that I've used, which means that for me, it's one that I will grab a little bit more. It's going to be easier for me to bring in my skincare routine simply because I put on so much skincare, I layer so many things that this is not going to feel too heavy. Not like if heaviness at night ever bothered me before, but it's not going to feel too heavy, and it plays really, really well with my product. So this one I actually like, while I actually do like mixing in oils into my moisturizer to make it a little easier to go on. This one I actually like putting on after at the end, simply because of the texture. But this one, what's beautiful about it is that it's based in grapeseed oil, which is really good because that helps. It's like a really good carrier oil for others. It's also anti-inflammatory, has a lot of antioxidants and so on. But this one also contains camellia seed oil, which is great for texture on the skin, appearance. It also has some lemongrass oil, so it has some skin brightening properties as well. This one, again, really affordable, lovely, and you need just a little. And this is my second bottle of this, and you wouldn't believe it is taking me quite a while to go through this, simply because you just need a little, like 2 to 3 drops is more than enough. The other one is one that I think I showed once, I mentioned once before, and this one is by Rovectin, and this one is a little bit more expensive. This is the Rovectin Skin Essentials Barrier Repair Face Oil, and this oil is completely on the opposite side when it comes to texture. It is much thicker, but what I love about this is because the base of this is sunflower seed oil, sorry, and that is high in linoleic acid. And for those of you with acne prone skin, you will know that one of the things, or one of the reasons why our skin tends to be acne prone, is because we have low levels of that type of fatty acid in terms of oils. So this type of oil is high in it, and it really helps your skin to kind of balance out, so that, you know, it's really excellent for acne prone skin. But this one also contains camellia seed oil as well. It has neroli oil, which is a really nice oil for age spots, brightening, scars, that kind of thing. And I really love this. I actually pull this one a lot if I have some breakouts, or not when the breakouts are necessarily active, but like when they are starting to heal, especially to help with the scarring and so on, but not only that, because it's very, very protective. And as you see, they've named it a skin barrier oil because, sis, if you are having skin barrier issues, it's a really good one to add to your skincare routine. So the next category is most used mask, and as I told you guys in my previous video, I'm leaving that out because I'm going to do a whole video on that. The next category is my most used eye product. And the thing is, I realize when it comes to eye products, I'm not very loyal. Like literally, I'm looking again at my shelf, and I have a lot of eye products there. I literally just grab. And I think one of the reasons for that is really because I don't have that much of an issue when it comes to under eye dark circles, which for a lot of people actually trying to treat that issue. I don't have so much of a problem with that, but I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about that in a little bit. Generally, when it comes to eye creams, I'm looking for stuff that's going to like really sit under my eyes well, meaning I feel that my eyes are hydrated, but it's not necessarily too heavy. If it's for the daytime, it's going to play well under my makeup. For the nighttime, I want something that's going to be a little heavier, but not necessarily clog my pores under my eyes or create milia. So yes. So yeah, those would be some of the things that I would look for in an eye cream. So I test a lot of them, and there's some eye creams that will burn like crazy because maybe the fragrance component is way too high or something, and my eyes water really easily. So that's one of the things that I'm able to say when I use eye creams, as opposed to, oh my god, it's going to change your life when it comes to under eye dark circles. But the two that I really grab for are these. This one is the Breylee Vitamin C eye serum, and this is on a rollerball. So they used to have this like in a little pump bottle, but then they changed the packaging this year, so now you have this rollerball, which is really nice because you get to apply the serum like this. And this one is not an eye cream, this is an eye serum. So let me see. So it comes out like a kind of like a watery type of product, but the rollerball helps you to massage it under your eyes, and especially if you have puffy eyes in the morning, that cooling sensation is actually going to help to deep off the under eyes, which is really nice. But yes, I have been using this, and let me tell you when I realized that this was actually doing something for me. So This year, guys, I am extremely sleep deprived. Y'all don't want to know how many hours of sleep I get on a daily. It's definitely not enough. It's something that I need to work on, simply because I have been working extremely long hours, and those under eye dark circles started to appear. You can, if you've been looking at my videos and you look really good under my makeup, you may be seeing it, because I haven't been color correcting either, just out of pure laziness before doing my concealer. But yeah, so those dark circles started to appear, and I saw it someday. I was like doing a video, and then when I turned my face, like the angle, I was like, oh my goodness, what is happening there? And my husband was like, oh, you haven't been seeing it. He did not say anything. Long story short, I was like, okay, you know what? I really need to focus with using my Breylee vitamin C serum. Let me see what's going to happen or whatever. But I completely forgot I was doing this, right? And like 2 weeks later, my husband said, well, what's going on with your under eyes? And, you know, and he not seeing the shadow that he was seeing. I was like, so I... Imagine it took my husband to realize this, right? So I ran to the mirror and I took up the mirror. I'm like, oh my goodness. And the thing that I was being the most consistent with was this. So this had to be making a difference. So since then, people, and make sure I use it morning and evening. I will generally put an eye cream on top of it because it's a serum, especially for nighttime, because I want more, you know, emollients, you know, in that area and so on. But yeah, sis found out that was actually helping. Now, like I said, the whole conversation of under eye dark circles is a long conversation because there's so many causes, and based on your reason is what you probably use to treat it. The other thing that I really reach for is this, the Salmon Virgin Hydrating Eye Cream. And what I love about this is that this cream felt like it was thicker than some other eye creams. You all would remember this because I did tell you guys that I had just gotten it like a couple of weeks when I did my salmon video, right? And when you put it on at first, like you touch it, like it feels pretty thick, and then like you just start to glide your hand, and this thing, like it melts like butter. No joke, it melts like blood butter on the under eye area. I really love how it feels. I can use this day or night, and then it like feels, it does not feel heavy at all. There is a slight fragrance, but it doesn't bother me at all either. My eyes are fine with this. I really love this eye cream. It's almost done actually, because I found myself like actually trying to squeeze it, but you all know I'm going to actually cut it up and get inside here. So yeah, so that was the most used eye products. Then we have most used lip products. If I could find it here. And again, this one is no stranger to anybody. It continues to be this, the Beauty Hacks lip mask. I did a video last year, I think, on nighttime essentials. This was one of the things that I featured. I love this den. It is made with this. It is 8 ingredients. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just 8 ingredients, but the 8 perfect ingredients, the perfect mix. I love this. If I just decide to take God out of my thoughts and don't use this for a few days, I have like chronically dry lips. My lips will start to crack, peel, everything. And I just put this on for 2 nights. Oh my goodness. I am back in business like if nothing ever happened. If you have not tried this yet, what are you all waiting for? I have started using lip scrubs in between, but I don't need to use lip scrubs as much because I don't really have dry skin to flake off, if you understand what I'm saying. So yeah, definitely that's my most used lip product. Then the next category is my most used device or tool. And some of you might be expecting that I'm going to say my jade roller or my rose quartz roller here, or my gua sha, because I have demoed those, but it's actually not my most. Oh geez, you'll not forget one, and that's because it's in the bathroom. So it's my Flower, my Animo Sonic Rotating Cleansing Brush, the silicone one. Absolutely love that. Is in the bathroom. I probably for the year have had to recharge it maybe like, I don't know, 4 times, maybe for the year, 4 or 5 times. I use that almost every single day in the bathroom. From the time it dies, I put it in charge, and I absolutely love that because it really deep cleans my skin, but in a very gentle way. I love the silicone bristles. I have been converted from Clarisonic. I have not picked up my Clarisonic in a long time. Love that. And then the next tool that I have been using is this. This is a skin spatula. This one is by Anlan. This is their skin scrubber or skin spatula. This is what it looks like. So it has this type of shape. And of course, this is used really and truly to, you can use this to exfoliate or deep clean your skin. You must use this on damp skin. That's what's going to help the sonic waves like penetrate and do what it has to do in the most gentle way, so that you don't have to use like too much pressure to get stuff out and damage your skin and all of that. You really don't want to be doing that. If you use this in the wrong way, you can damage your skin. So you don't want to do that. But yeah, while this is for that, I actually don't use this as much for that purpose. I use this maybe once or twice a month to really get the gunk, the extra gunk and stuff, you know, especially around my period time when the buildup of sebum is a little bit more in my skin. What I do is I use this every single night for these two functions, the iron negative and the EMS function. Why? Because those are the functions that help to press my serums and my creams into my skin, give my skin some stimulation and so on, and really helps the penetration of those products. And I have loved this. Like, I've really seen a difference since I've been doing that, and I use it every single night for that. So definitely those two things were my most used tools. And we just have two other things to talk about. The other one would be my most used brand. And I'm going to leave that for you all to comment down below. You all would have been seeing me posting all year. I've done a lot of reviews. I've talked about a lot of products. What do you think was my most used brand of skincare products? And then the next category is the most surprising product. And this one was a little bit difficult, but I have two here to show you. They're probably something else, maybe, but I have two to show you because these came to my mind when I thought about it. And it's this is the Breylee tomato serum. I did a complete review of this on Instagram and my Facebook profile, but basically this is like a vitamin C serum that has like tomato extracts. So you not only get the brightening, but the tomato extracts help to kind of refine the texture of your skin. There's a little bit of natural resurfacing and so on, and I found it to work really well for me, such that your girl decided that she wanted to purchase backups. Then to find out, let me tell you why this was surprising. This, folks, is $150 US. We need to put that down and step back for a little bit. So yeah, I'm like, I mean, I like it. It worked well, but it didn't work $150 US well for me. I could get the same results from my other products. I might need to use two products to get the results, but it's not going to add up to $150 US. However, I got this in my BoxyCharm subscription box, and then Boxy usually has something called pop-up shop. They had it for like what, $9, $10? I can't remember. A girl bought 10 backups. I think I'm covered. I really like that product. And the next thing that was surprising to me was this. This is the Saturday Skin 10% glycolic pore control. This is essentially a 10% glycolic acid toner. And why I'm saying this is one of the most surprising products is because I was really hesitant to try this. I'm telling you guys, no joke. In my Saturday Skin video, I did tell you guys about that. I was really hesitant to try it, although I saw it was trending so much on Instagram and so on because it's a 10% glycolic acid, and I really like stay away from toners that are that strong. I mean, using a serum, but that's because I would have layered a lot of things. This surprised me because I had no skin irritation. There was no burning. My skin adjusted to this so well. It really impressed me, and I was really shocked. Really shocked. Yeah. What was your most surprising skincare product, good or bad? Leave that in the comments below. And we've come to the end of this video. And the last category that these people have is one that I will not be answering. And that is, what is your top product of 2020? I'm going to be very honest with you guys. I cannot choose one product that I would say like was my top skincare product for 2020. What I will tell you guys is go back to the video where I talked about the skincare ingredients that I cannot live without, and literally that would be it, because if I have those, I could live. I think I could live. But yeah, guys, we've come to the end of the series. We've come to the end of YouTube for 2020 and Sheri approved. I hope you guys had a really good year with me. I hope you guys have enjoyed the content. I would love to get suggestions from you. You know, what type of videos you want to see, what topics you want me to discuss. Because of course, I want the content to be useful and relevant to you guys, and of course, have fun while doing it. So definitely leave comments below. I'll see you guys in 2021. God spare. Stay safe. Love you. I really appreciate all your support. I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye.